Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Gores here, giving you guys Common Charity Daily number 12. We have Ballpark Insects versus Blind Second Regenesis. So, looks like Blind Second Regenesis opened pretty good. Ballpark, not so great. Extra drops here. They draw their kaiju names, unfortunately, so Slumber is just unplayable now. They do draw the Delta of Invitation, which lets them spam Eldritch here. Then they special summon out their kaiju, and then they swing over it, summoning their own Radiant, and then hitting directly for 2800. Set 2 pass. The Ballpark player normal summons out Squatter, and then swings into Radiant, taking a little bit of damage, but summons out 3 copies of Insect Knight from deck, then goes to main 2, makes Tornado Dragon, and pops a Spell Trap, then chains the Tornado Dragon to Delta of Invitation on the Regenesis player's turn, but is met by Imperm, so Bryonic Bro just swings over, but gets double blocked by Utopia, then Heat Wave drops. They go ahead and normal summon out the Squatter, and then Grimoire is able to summon out 2 Neobugs from deck. Unfortunately here, they're going to turn that Solidarity off. And the Bryonic Bro drew 3 copies of Kaiju Slumber, which is a little rough for them. Eldritch swings over the Tornado Dragon, and then Grimoire makes a Light Dragon, popping the Eldritch. And then they attack directly with the giant Ballpark trigger and summon out both Shiny Black Squadrons, dealing 6,300 damage directly. Bryonic Bro takes their turn, Extravs draws the 3rd Delta of Invitation, as well as the Regenesis Warrior. They're going to go ahead, summon back Eldritch, and then summon out the Kaiju. Then they swing over the Kaiju with Regenesis Warrior, and then they... I'm not sure what happened there. That was a little weird. So the Ballpark player activates Extravagance, drawing 2 cards, and then links into the super heavy beetle guy, the Bee Trooper Invincible Atlas, excuse me, not super heavy, and then boosts itself up to 5k, but unfortunately Warrior is allowed to bounce it back because the Bee Trooper monster was no longer at 3000 attack. They activate Verdant Sanctuary, make Light Dragon Ignister, passing it back to the Regenesis player. Bryonic Bro summons back their Eldritch and then swings with Eldritch. And this is just like a super grindy game with these Ballpark cards. Like, Ballpark is just kind of delaying the inevitable. I wonder if Bryonic Bro wasn't just supposed to use the Eldritch to just send the Delta, but it ended up working in their favor. Bryonic Bro says that deck is annoying. It is. It is a very annoying deck. It just doesn't die. The bugs just keep coming back. They're just always there. But Twin Twisters kind of blows them out here. They start off with Pot of Extravagance, drawing 2 cards, then activates Delta of Invitation, sending Eldritch. Then they send off the Delta to get back Eldritch and summon itself. And then they special summon out the Warrior and Dragon and OTK the Ballpark player. A much slower, a much faster game, excuse me, than game 1 for these. Let's check out these deck lists, y'all. So here is the Ballpark list. They're on Goki Pulls and Nib as their only effect monsters in the deck. Then they're on a full spread of vanilla monsters. Giant Ball Game as well as Giant Ballpark. Heat Wave was just an absolute menace to society in this event. 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance, 3 Solidarity, Terraforming, and Verdant Sanctuary. Then they have Skill Drain and Solemn as well, and then the extra deck is just a bunch of Bee Trooper stuff and Rank 4 Exceeds, as well as the Ragnarika engine, which I don't think they made it once. I'm pretty sure they just beat people to death with Solidarity. There might have been a world where they wanted to make this if they had Solidarity in that game, and then just have a 3400 against the Eldritch player. And then the side deck is just Kaijus. These are both insect typed, so like Interrupted Kaiju Slumber with a normal summon in Giant Ballpark actually kind of goes crazy because then you just have a 3500 Gardarla, so that's kind of neat. And then Twin Twister, D-Barrier, and Rivalry of the Warlords wraps up the Ballpark list. And then here is the Blind Second Regenesis. We've really seen this deck evolve over the pre-Duod format. We have 3 Alpha, 3 Eldritch, 2 Kumongus, 3 Nibiru, 3 Radiant, 3 copies of Dragon, 3 copies of Warrior, called by the Kaiju engine, Delta of Invitation, Extrav, Super Poly, Imperm, Birth, as well as Terraforming and Harpy's Feather Duster. And then for the side deck, 3 Baldrake for the Melodious and Fiend pile matchups, I assume. And then 3 Pankratops, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Raigeki, and 3 Twin Twisters. And then Super Poly targets as well as generic Link monsters in the extra deck. Again, I don't think I saw them go into their extra deck one time in this event. As always, I will put the export files in the description box down below for you guys, as well as a search engine for you to use to search exclusively common cards. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and this is Gores hopping off.